Hello, everybody. Welcome to round 4 Odyssey Racing League's Pro-Am here at Zolder. I'm having some technical difficulties, so I'm just going to let the autopilot run for a second here while I get these all ironed out. Make sure everything's running, and I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, sorry about that, I am back. As I was saying before, it is round 4 of Odyssey Racing League's GT America Pro-Am event. We are at Zolder, which is an awesome track, one of my favorite, I think. Should be a very exciting evening, for sure. It's a good mix of, you know, decent overtaking opportunities, also technically difficult in some parts, and then it's got, you know, the grass on either side almost throughout the entire track, so not a lot of room for error either. All the makings for a perfect storm. Apologies in advance if things are maybe a little bit choppy. My computer's giving me a bit of hard time. I'm not sure what to do, short of maybe factory resetting it, which I might try this weekend. But I do have the new parts on the way for a new PC, so I don't really want to put too much work into it. But it was preventing me from being able to race yesterday. So. Rui Castro, oh no, I'm sorry, it's Empati now on pole by 0.05 of a second. 128.5. That's they should be improving upon that, I would think. Halfway into qualifying, I imagine some people will get into the 27s. That's a pretty good time though, but we've got some freaks in this division. Really, I feel like there's freaks in pretty much every one of our divisions now I think about it. take a look on track. So you got Zampati, Castro, and Turek all within less than a tenth of each other. So the top three all separated by less than a tenth. That's very exciting. Those three, however, are, you know, 4/10, almost 5/10 ahead of fourth place Stremen right now. Decent, another bunching all there within a tenth. And let's see, the top 10 all within 1 second of P1 right now. Ooh, as Castro takes a spin. Easy to do on this track. I feel like we are always struggling for rear end grip. Zampati. I know I just updated my deliveries. So again, you guys, if you don't see them on here, they're just starting to upload it to Awesome Sim Racing properly. So make sure you get that done. Most likely it's the DDS files. Excuse me. If you need help, you know, shoot me a message. I'm a pretty busy guy. Oh, Zampati into the, I mean, it doesn't matter, he was going to the pits anyway. But I'd be happy to help when I can, which is usually pretty late at night. Let's see who we hop on board with that's out on track. We'll hop on board with Andreasen right now. Looks like a lot of cars in the pits. Maybe there's a lot of start from pits. Car changes, maybe. Chad McLean. Here, let me, actually I'll do that on my laptop so it doesn't leak out my computer. I'm gonna pull up the standings as I'm not as familiar with them as I should be. Get you guys updated. I should have a graphic actually now that I think about it. Just had midterms last week, so I've been a little sidetracked. Looking at our leaderboard, though, top three still separated by less than a tenth. It looks like there was a little bit of change up there, but still less than a tenth. And actually, now look, Rodriguez has taken our top three, but that was the change. So top four now, a tenth in it. Let's hop on board with Richard, league owner. Currently down in P14. I'm sure he'll be improving though he's running out of time to do that. This is definitely further down the grid than I've seen him recently. Usually he's performing a lot better than this. It's a tough track though. Again, it feels like a real racetrack. That's probably either going to make sense or it's not. But you're really struggling for grip at almost every corner, I'd say. Now, Rich looking pretty glued through there. Let's see what he's going to do time-wise. He will not improve with that, so let's hop on board with him for this entire lap, see how he does. Nice and tight through there. A couple of these corners also have, they're like, especially these high-speed ones are very light to almost no braking. And when you brake, especially like this one, if you brake too much, you lose so much time down this straight. Your whole lap is basically gone. There's not really an easy braking point to pick out either. Pretty nice through there. That part's tough. There's a couple chicanes on this track. I think the last one is the hardest one though, for sure. It's actually funny now that I think about it. They all kind of I guess the last one's a little different than the other two, but it's almost like they go down in speed as well. The first one's a pretty fast one. But this one's hard. It's a hard 90 that you actually, you know, there's no cutting. You have to get the full 90 on and then cut back another hard 90 to the right. It's carry too much speed through there, you're gonna ruin your whole lap again, which this track has. Richard, no improvement again, unfortunately. We'll keep an eye on him. Let's find someone else to hop on board with, though. Like up front, Justin Turek with a 28 flat, 28007. Why can't I think? There we go. But Rodriguez right behind him, only, you know, I don't know how to, 13 thousandths? Thousandths. We're saying thousands. Almost everybody in the pits now. I'm gonna switch my view here so we can figure out who's out there, as Justin Turek on provisional pole with, let's see, P2 did, I think, get a valid lap off, so let's see. Right now we're following Mateo coming across the line, unable to improve his place. Dremen, I'm curious to see. He looked tight. Yeah, he had to dip into the pits. I think he lost too much time, probably behind Amon. And I can't get Richard is. Ooh, that spun out, so that's going to be it for him, unfortunately. And that will do it. Very uneventful closing part of qualifying. But guys, we will be right back with the race. All right, guys, here we go. Let's get the grid walk going. Oh, wait. Actually, we do the manual. As soon as it gets loaded here we go. So P1, Justin Turek. I believe that's his first P1 of the season. Well done to Justin in that Porsche. With 28, basically flat, 28007. Sitting P2, Mariano Rodriguez from Argentina in the McLaren. Nipping right at Justin heels. Then also from Argentina, Aldo Zampati, who's also sitting P3 overall in the professional standings. McLaren. Rui Castro sitting P4 in McLaren as well. Top four guys within a tenth of a second of each other. Andre Streman sitting P5, and then Bentley, aka the boat lead. Phil Cryo, who is the Pro-Am Championship leader right now, sitting in P6. Luis Vasquez in the Mercedes, sitting in P7. Jacob Stavko, feels like I haven't seen him in a while. Maybe it's not so, but I'm pretty sure that's so. He's in P8. Derek Anderson in P9 in the Ferrari. Dean Solomon, who's the AM leader right now, sitting P10 overall. Starting today. Christian Andreas in P11 in the Ferrari. Patrick Amon, also P12, or also in the Ferrari, P12. Words are hard to take, right? Kenneth Mateo, P13 in the Porsche. Drew Jensen, looks like he's starting from pits. Chad McLean, sitting in P15 in the Porsche. Let's go, Chad. Right behind him, or maybe beside him. I'm not sure how it breaks down. I think he's actually beside him. Is Richard Hartnett, league owner, sitting P16. Sure, he'll be looking to improve. Let's keep an eye on that. Ian Demler behind him. Great to see him. I feel like we haven't seen him all weekend, or all season so far. And David Mustillo also looks like he's starting from pits. So that'll do it for the grid walk. Go back up to Justin. And while we're doing this, unfortunately I don't have a graphic. I'll make sure to have one for you guys next week. But so your pro leaderboard is Phil Cryo-Dios in P1, Rui Castro P2, Aldo Zampati P3. And actually Rui Castro and Zampati are tied with 76 points, and Phil has 80 points. Mariano Rodriguez in P4 with 72 points. And Diego Musa in P5 with 54 points. A pretty big gap from P5 to 4 there, but those top four are all pretty tightly in it. Justin Turek all the way down in P10 with only 28 points, so he'll be looking to add some to his tally here. And once things calm down, I'll go over the rookie leaderboard as well. Check, make sure I'm not moving. No, good.
Green light, go, go, go.
All right, guys, and the green flag is waving. We are racing. Justin is going to go into T1 uncontested. We're going to hop further down the grid. It looks like smooth sailing so far. 3 wide. Oh, and the commentator's curse has come out. Oh. This could be a red flag, folks. This could be a red flag. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's close. It's close. It's close. It looks like they're going to continue to race. Richard is going to absolutely love that, as he's up from what was it, 17, 16 to 6th. So Richard's a huge winner there. We will try to get a replay on that now. Let's pick one of the cars further down so we can try to get it. Nope. This is gonna be just. Oh no, this is gonna be not far enough. That is crazy. I will get a clip for that. We'll want to see that. So Richard up into P6. Justin into the pit. So that's a red flag. That is a red flag, ladies and gentlemen. That is a red flag. So we will just be everyone wait for all the cars to gather back in the pit lane, and then the stewards will have to look over some things, see if anyone's at fault there, and then we're gonna restart going here momentarily, you guys.
I'll be holding you.
Damn, dude.
That's not. No, that's not. I think that's just because it's been reset.
Yeah, I don't know what
I'm doing 2.44. I'm doing, so you're probably doing less than that, I imagine. You're probably doing like 2.2 or something because the Porsche is a bit more economical.
Man, Richard, for a second there, I thought they were gonna let it go. I was like, oh, Richard's up to P6.
Aren't you streaming?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's at the intermission mode. You guys are recently.
Fair enough.
Yeah, wanted to.
Did you get a good vision of what happened?
Yeah, I was watching. It was you and Stremen were pinching someone else. That was like on the broadcast from the helicam. When it all happened. Yeah.
Who were we pinching? Because
I think it was a black McLaren. So there's two that don't have their liveries on the property, so I don't know who they are. By looking at them. Alright, I gotta come back.
Oh, dude who got the penalty is not happy.
there we go. More drama.
We are back. Oh, wait. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. So that was a red flag. Looks like Zampati deemed the driver at fault for that. You see that 15-second penalty reflecting that up on the time screen there. Driver's just going through, doing another formation lap. We only get one of those per race, so if another big accident happens, you know, tough tamales, they're just gonna have to deal with it. As I said, looked like they were getting away clean. Doesn't look lost, maybe went off the grid. Maybe they didn't follow the start procedure, or you know, something happened. They were supposed to start from the pits. I'm not sure. I swear we had 2 cars starting from the pits last time. Chat, where are you at? It's never been so quiet. Alright, but here we go. Lining up for the final chicane here. Coming through side by side. Justin was really uncontested off the last start. Let's see how it goes this time.
Green line. Give it
There it is, green flag waving. We are racing. Rodriguez with a much better start. Justin's got the inside line, so he'll be able to, a little bit of bumping there. Oh, car's off in the background. Unable to really see what's going on, though. Why is it not jumping up to the... Oh, my timing table's freaking out. There we go. Oh, that's a nice shot. Alright, so Justin looking like he's able to hold on to that P1 spot. Did have to get a little elbows out there. I think that's going to be deemed just a racing incident, but we'll see. Got some overtaking on track. Stremen was much further up the grid, so definitely lost out in those shenanigans. Again, once things get more settled in, I'll try and get a replay of that from a proper car. Stremen moving on up. The table still moving down a little bit. P5 we got a nice bundle up here. P4 overall. Andreasen, P5 overall, but P1 for the AMs, having a go of it. We got these 3 Ferraris fighting it out. Although it does look like Derek Anderson a little bit quicker than maybe the 2 behind him, but who knows? It's also hard to follow a car, especially when let's drop that car back though and watch these 2 Ferraris battle it out. Curious to see how this goes, as you know, you're not in class and necessarily fighting against one another, but as a racer you never want to let anyone pass you either. So unless it's like obvious, I wouldn't, you know, if I'm Andreas, and I would not be letting anybody by. And I'm trying to think. I want to say it was him that had the amazing race last week, until they got punted at the end. That Stavko behind him. I know Stavko is a skilled, very speedy driver. You can see Stavko looking for the opportunity to get by constantly. Let's see what else we have shaking down here. Ooh, interesting here. So we've got Justin Turek, who's actually coming into some traffic of Ian Demler all the way back. I'm not sure if something happened to him. Maybe he had to pull into the pits, got a bunch of damage. But his car does look spick and span, so I'm going to say that's probably what happened to put him so far down. But then again, what lap are we on? We're only on the second lap, so I don't think he had time to do that. Unfortunate for him. But I do know, and we're getting it side by side, Stavko and Andreasen. For a tricky part of the track, you should not be too wide through. Andreasen's definitely going to get a cut for that, but he's not going to yield. That is going to be interesting, as that was just a very light, almost looked more on Stavko than Christian there. However, Christian did just cut the track. So we'll definitely want to take a look and see the Stewart's team about that. We've got another battle further back between Solomon, who again, actually this is a great point, great time to bring this up, is the points leader right now for the AM class. So that's Dean with 100 points, Kenneth Mateo with 84 points, Christian Andreasen with 68 points, Patrick Amon has 64 points, and Drew Jensen has 60 points. So Dean has a fairly comfortable lead at this point, but he's got a couple cars ahead of him right now. As we see someone off the track there, is that, I can't tell, maybe Demler? No. Demler is in the pits, however, as is Stavko. Oh, Stavko just had that big crash. Simpate has a 15-second penalty. That's from the previous start. Stremen given a 15-second penalty. Mateo also given a 15-second penalty just now. Oh, and as I go to the, and that part is going to be tricky, as it's a high speed. You think you can make the overtake happen, but you really can't there. You can't, Nemo. You just can't. Justin's got 1.5 seconds to ahead of P2. Wow, and everybody is just crashing all over the place. Let's get a better view of this corner, maybe. Oh, we can't see some of the pits now. Alright, but it's okay, because we've got another group bunched up on track, now fighting for P6. Stremen has a 15-second penalty, and I think that's him in the pits right there, as we see them go past. So now P5 overall. And just like that, and Dean is ahead. Dean should be ahead of any of his rivals again. Now for the AM leaderboard and championship. Cryo, a pro driver stuck behind these AMs, going to be looking to find a way past swiftly, trying to make up points. He is in P1 for his championship. He doesn't have as comfy as a lead as Dean does, however, it's 80 points for Cryo and Castro with 76 points. Castro must have just pulled out after all of that. I think that's who we watched go into the wall there. So Castro will not be scoring any points this week, however, 2 drop rounds this season. I'm sure they won't have to use one for that week we had the server down. Show a bit of Harknet. On it. Say less. Where is he? Richard's up to P9. Let's go, Richard. Let's go. He started. Let's do gains right now. Richard is the big winner, actually, right now. He started in P16, so he's up 7 places to P9. So Richard doing a fantastic job. Actually, right on the tails of Cryo, trying to get past these AM leaderboards. So your AM drivers fighting for the front. Somehow my timetable still shows Stremmen in front, so maybe that wasn't him in the pits we saw as they went past. Yeah, I mean, it still looks like his car. But he's got a 15-second penalty. They'll get him in the pits for sure. Oh, there'll be words about that. There'll be words being said right now, I'm sure, as you see those flashers out. And who is that? Andreasen. Let's see about that. Down the straight is always, you know, there really shouldn't be ever contact down the straight. Richard right there trying to, oh, Cryo thinks about it, but Christian Kiri keeps enough speed to not let Cryo in. Something has happened, folks, as Justin Turek is now down to P4. Let's see if we can find it out. Car number 88, yellow flag. He's in P1 at this point. Oh, takes a little too much of the curve there in the chicane, and that's a tough. Does a good job of getting it back, though. One of the cars ahead of him has a 15-second penalty, so he's got that going for him. But he's, you know, 6-7 seconds back from P2. Have a bit of a fight up here between the two unmarked McLarens, as we'll call them, as their liveries aren't up there properly. This is for P1 overall. However, Zampati, who is in P1 currently, he has a 15-second penalty. So let's see. As it would stand, that would put him back to about 5th place. Although 5th place also has a 15-second penalty, so really 4th place. Further back on the grid, Kenneth Mateo with a 15-second penalty. Oh, Cryo gets a drive-through. Could that be? What could that be for? And we just saw a bit of him going off the track as well. Lots of spice at Zolder. Oh my gosh, the gloves are off, you guys. The gloves are off. There's Richard cruising on to a new lap. And P7 now, so nearly as good as he was after the first red flag. We've lost a lot of racers so far. That's to be expected. It's sad to see, though. You know, you're still scoring points. Get out there and race, especially with so many people having accidents. There's going to be someone you're racing against. Finish the race. Further back, we've got Mastillo looking to make a move on the Porsche of Mateo. Mateo not yielding. He's got a 15-second penalty, and Mastillo's in a different class, so that's an interesting strategy, to say the least. These two are hot on each other's heels right now. I am going to try to figure out what happened to Cryo. I'm sure we've lost him by now. Nope, he's got us. Oh, and he's got a stop-go 30 for the pits. Ooh, Cryo's race is unraveling, folks. The championship is up for grabs now. Zampati is in P3, but has a 15-second penalty. And P2 is Castro. He's not even in the race. So then you've got Rodriguez, Mario Rodriguez, who is in P2 right now, who's also actually tied with Castro, so really tied for P2. So he will, he should, as long as he finishes this race, inherit the lead of the championship. Justin Turek back up to P4. Let's see, Cryo is car number 81. We have 2 accidents with him. So this is that Ferrari. He's been trying to get past lap after lap. Doing pretty clean here, nothing there, nothing so far. Nice and clean there. Oh yeah. Yeah. I think he, yep. I think that's the call. Does look like he should have, just, you know, gone outside. There's no reason not to be anyway. That's the better line. And then just get another one. This is the one we caught a glimpse of. It's a terrible camera angle. Comes in just too hot. Absolute puntage. I've been there though, brother. They call me Nate Stark from Pitch Driver. And it ain't for nothing. Matteo hot on the heels of... Is that Mustillo? That's Ferrari? It is Mustillo. Keep an eye on that, and then we've got another nice battle up here for P3. Anderson and Turek were tagging Stremmen along as well, but Stremmen's got 15-second penalty. And the gap is 6 seconds to P2. Justin wants any chance at this. He needs to get past Anderson and Ferrari. Whoa, shots fired by Chimera.
Pit window is opening.
Is that Luke? That sounds like, it just sounds like Luke. That's a hot take by Chimera. Adam Weld, everybody channeling their inner Verstappen, I agree. Very aggressive driving. Everybody's got their bows all the way out. I will say, he had a great drive on last weekend. Very I'm a Lando and McLaren fan, so it's very gutting to feel. He did have some help from that red flag, but, you know, I mean, to come from 17th to win the race, still phenomenal. FIA motorsport game? Yeah. Oh, that must be an event. Okay. Who's in the chat? Justin cannot find a way around. I'm curious though, Chimera, where is this coming from? I need to hear more. Alright, up front. Nothing going on. Pit window's open, so Justin dipped into the pit. Smart move. He couldn't get it past. Anderson on track, at least not without risking it for the bisking it. So he's into the pits, can make it happen that way. Hopefully. Why does he keep giving me TV points? TV one's terrible. There we go. McLaren's still battling it. Nothing between them either. All race. ebbing and flowing. That is not P3 you're seeing behind them. And this is smart from Rodriguez. He doesn't need to be aggressive and try to take the position from him this long, but just by staying with him, he's going to have a huge gap. You know, he'll have a 15-second advantage. So really smart driving from Rodriguez right now, who may even be holding something back. Justin Turek does have the fastest lap on track, however, with a 28.1. He's all the way back in P11 right now, but that's because he was one of the first drivers to pit. Andreasen, stop go 30 for speeding in the pit lane. That's going to be brutal. Ooh, look at how close those two were. It looked like they were practically touching. I think Rodriguez is having the lift. Wow, how about that for some commentator curse, huh? Interesting. We'll see what happens there. As he's getting flagged. Oh my god, don't. Interesting. Interesting. Castillo, right? I think that's Castillo. I can't see the number or click it, so it's hard for me to figure out who it is. I literally can't even. I think that's, yeah, that's Castillo, P12. Should not be doing this flag, but he does have the right to unlap himself. Could be more penalties coming Castillo's way for this move. We'll see. A lot of penalties being given out. Shout out to the stewards on that note for doing everything they do. Thank you for making all of this possible. I know you guys are working overtime right now. Let's see where Richie's at. Real quick. P5 yet to pit, however. Getting a little squirrely there. 10 minutes left in the pit window. I'm sure he comes in for the next lap or two. Back up to the leaders, however. Zampati has retaken the lead. Oh, that's gonna... Why did he do it? And now I'm sure that's going to be a 15-second penalty for Rodriguez. And now the race is really heating up, folks, as it's going to be all square now, guys. Rodriguez, I don't know why you did that. You just needed to sit. You're going to get the 15 seconds as soon as it goes into the pits. You don't need to go for the overtake unless it's a slam dunk. I almost think he's trying to goat you, or bait you. The same thing. It looks like he doesn't follow him into the pits, though. He's going to try to get it done on track. Be done with it. Maybe because he knows that 15-second penalty is probably coming. I'm not a steward, though, so let's not say it's for sure coming. I think it is, though. I don't know if it'll be 15 seconds for sure, but I do think it's going to be last time. Justin is chugging away right now. He's putting in 28.2 for the last lap, 28.1 for his best lap. And for this lap, 28.5. So he is chugging. Rodriguez doesn't go into the pits yet. Richard has not pit yet either. Really extending the stint. He's up in a P3. With how much traffic, how much collision and stuff is happening now, honestly, extending your stint as long as possible, if you had an accident-free run, probably a smart move. Probably making up a lot of spots by doing that. Curious to see where Richard's going to end up after everything settles out. I think he might have the big brain play of the day. Keeping an eye on Rodriguez, see if he gets some sort of penalty for that. Maybe it's not coming. Oh, a little bit squirrely there from Castillo. Able to save it though. Chad having a quiet race, but quiet is good. We've already lost 6 racers from this, so most drivers moving up, I believe, in places. Let's see. Yes, except for Corio. Justin's still down quite a few spaces as well, being that he started in the front. He's moving up. Following Rodriguez right now. Waiting to see when he comes in the pits. Streman has now come into the pits. He was in P2, serving that 15-second penalty. Let's see how this goes. Replay of incident at chicane. Do you know which which drivers are we talking about? Unfortunately, I can't see where on track it was done. I can see, because there was Cryo had one at the chicane. And I believe that was... this one? Definitely at one of the chicanes. Oh, the leaders? Okay, yeah, I'll get that one. There was a Ferrari just was like, I'm going to the pits. Alright, and then the leaders. That's Rodriguez was 85. Rodriguez is the car behind. I don't know why he went for that. And he bumps him around. Right? That's gotta be... I mean, there was no space there to even go. There's no track. I don't know where he's moving at. Rodriguez into the pits now, however. He is the current race leader. Where's Zampati? Zampati got a long way to go to get him. Zampati definitely will not catch up to him. Yep, that's what I'm saying. That's what I think as well. I'm curious that hasn't happened. Oh no! Oh no, Richard, it's come undone. He was up to P7, he's up P10 spots, and then he gets a stop, go 30 in his pit stop. Richard, oh, you poor soul. We're all rooting for you. But so, Justin has reclaimed the throne up top for the race. Rodriguez is right there, right behind him though. Looking at the laps between the two, Justin's gotten into the 27s. We didn't even see that in qualifying. Justin's best time is a 27.82. Rodriguez is a 28.3, so half a second in their best lap times. And as we're watching this lap unfold, I think you can see it really. Justin is really pulling away. Let's go on board this camera. Average Richard moment, says Forza. Ooh, shots fired. Shots fired. Rod, 10-second penalty for Rodriguez. There it is, guys. There it is. Ten seconds for Rodriguez, who is now looking like he's hanging with Justin. So, he's just going to have to hang with it and hope Justin makes another mistake. Anderson in the back there. Great drive. He's in P3 doing it right now. He'll be there to pick up the pieces if anything happens. Stremin as an AM, P4 overall, also having a fantastic drive. And that's with a 15-second penalty, so he could be even further up. And there is a 10-second penalty to the car, to Rodriguez in P2. However, it's about 17 seconds between Stremin and Rodriguez. Chad looking at a podium. Had a podium on his debut. I do not remember how the last race went for him. I think it unraveled at the very end there. And Richard, who conveniently enough is still much higher than he started because of all the accidents we've had. But I'm sure he'll be very angry with himself over the results of his pit stop. The only action we have on track as far as battles, if I could switch, is Justin just giving it his all there. And Rodriguez here, but Rodriguez has that 10-second penalty. Minutes left in the race. Not really. That's almost a second a lap. Even if he does force his way around somehow, you can't. There's no way he has a second on Justin. Well, I'm not saying that because of their skill level, really, just because of what we've seen in qualifying and their actual lap times performed over the race so far. It's actually half a second in Justin's benefit so far right now. We're looking at the stats that way. So all Rodriguez can do is hope Justin slips up. And Justin, just don't push it too hard. You should have this in the bag. Even if you do dip out, don't worry about just let him pass. And stay with. Derek Anderson is falling back from our leaders here. But again, something happens between those two. He's right there to pick up the pieces. It's gonna be a quiet final couple minutes. Final 13 minutes, guys. Rodriguez really sticking with Justin, but again, I'm sure Justin knows at this point he's just got to play it safe. Doesn't need to push too hard. That being said, he did a 28.2 last lap. Rodriguez's best lap has come down now, though. It's a 28.06, so only 0.2 to the good for Justin now. And Rodriguez is doing that while following Justin, so he's got the dirty air. Might have to be, he's definitely probably doing a little bit of lifting and coasting. Justin almost squirrely there. A little brown pants moment, I think is what they call that. Let's follow someone else for a lap or two. These two are not battling for position, because that's Cryos and P13, so he's trying to unlap himself right now. Mateo might not even realize this. Oh! Oh no! And there it goes! Justin has lost it. We'll see what happened there. Accident. Car 88, car 85. The plot thickens. Does that mean he was hit by Rodriguez? Coming into the chicane, you gotta think he was, but Justin does do that. Yep. Ooh, that's tough. That's gonna be a very tough one, I think, for the stewards to have a look at. Justin gets that. We'll get out of that with minimal damage. Those tires probably took a thrashing. It's hard to say. I think he would have had it, though, honestly. I mean, he obviously lost a lot of time by the way he took that curve, but I think he had it under control. I don't think he would have lost the car. I'd want to see his onboard, his telemetry to confirm. But yeah, if he lifted for sure, he would have been fine. So I don't know. We'll see. Could be another penalty for Rodriguez. That does still put Justin behind Anderson now, however. Justin not backing away from taking that curb. Now, Justin had a lot. He was showing a lot more pace than Anderson in this first half of the second stint. So you would think he'd be able to get around him. But we'll see. And they're now 11 seconds behind Rodriguez, so if he doesn't get another penalty, Rodriguez has won this at this point. DP Project said DPC Saab Project DPC Saab Project says racing incident. Could be a racing incident. That's a good point. Not everything needs to be someone at fault. I think that's probably where I'd lean to, honestly, given just the precariousness of that entire situation. Well, now at least we do have a battle in the closing stages of this race to watch. Coming undone for everyone at one point or another, almost, it would seem. Just giving back the position. I mean, depending on the severity, you know. So if, say, you know, if Rodriguez gives back his position, but also causes a bunch of damage, causing a bunch of time lost in the pits. I mean, Zampati is in P5. He was in P1 before all that happened. So that's, you know, I don't know. That's my thinking. I'm not a steward though, so I can't say for certain. And Justin does not look like he's able to make him press to take Anderson, take that P2 spot back. Looking a bit stronger this lap, but not really close enough to go for it. Maybe Justin puts it is waiting to the very end to really try and risk anything. More shots being fired at Cryo. Granted, he has had a pretty sloppy race. Very looking. I don't know. He might rival my penalty point record for a single race after this one. I don't know what it is, honestly. It might be 3. Yeah, no, it's probably 4. It's probably 4. Yeah, it might even be 5. It might be 5. I don't think it's more than that, though. Justin now starting to look a bit more comfortable. Stremin in the background there. No penalties given at this point, so I'm going to assume the stewards have deemed that a racing incident. I think that's probably right. Doggy, 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 doggy. It has been an exciting one. Man, this race has been about as crazy as the Brazil GP, huh? That race was nuts. Could you imagine if we had safety cars? I wish we did. This race would be a lot longer. We did. I guess not really. It's a timed race. How does that work? Do they stop the clock in races like this for a safety car? Or does it just keep running? Justin getting squirrely there. He's definitely pushing, thinking about getting that P2 spot. Trying to carry as much speed as possible, taking a little bit wider line through there, nice and tight through there, better exit. He needs to not get a bumpy. Oh, there it is. There it is. That coupled with a poor exit from Anderson there as they're going side by side where you should not go side by side. That'll be interesting. Justin gives the position back. I mean, he was making the overtake, but I would put that more on Anderson. Let's see what the stewards have to say about that. Clock keeps running. Okay. And once I said that, I was like, it doesn't really make sense for the clock to stop. So we've got probably 2 more laps at this point, guys. Nothing else going on anywhere else on track. Wow, Stremmen creeping in the background now. I can't tell, but I think he's taking a little too much of that curve, and that back end bouncing around is costing him a lot of speed and time down that straight. Currently, Justin is in that zeroed-in state, you know, the absolute zone. He's at one with the force, if you will. His targeting computer is off. He's got Anderson in his sights. You know he's only got 1 lap left to do it. And he knows it'll be a tall order as he's still 8/10 back. With Stremmen looking like he's getting closer and closer. Any mistake from these two, and he'll definitely pick up the pieces now. As they get done with that straight, the Ferrari getting a little bit of time advantage there. Both of them taking a little bit different lines through these opening corners here. They come into the chicane. Justin not close enough to make a run at him. And we're gotta make sure I'm here to watch our leader across the finish line. It's been a controversial one for sure. It will be one to remember for some and one to forget for others. Definitely one to remember for this man. Mariano Rodriguez crossing the line. P1 here at round 4, even despite that 10-second penalty. Well done, Mariano. And jump to the battle. My computer. There we go. So here we've got Derek Anderson crossing the line in P2. Justin Turek right behind him. I'm sure there'll be some challenges after the point of the match, in fact. And then Andre Stremmen bringing up P4. Great drive to all 3 of those drivers there. Zampati P5. Unfortunate series of events. Could have been a lot higher up for sure. Mastillo coming across the line at P6. Patrick Amon. Oh yeah, and Stremmen is the winner for the AM drivers tonight. Well done to him on that as well. Patrick Amon coming in P2 for the AM drivers. Great drive from him. Chad McLean with I believe his 2nd podium of the season and in the AM, Pro-Am split ever. Well done, Chad, with a P3 finish. Dean just crossed the line, P8. I think I just missed P9 as well, but P9 was Dean. Here we have Drew Jensen and Kenneth Mateo crossing. I'm sorry, that was Richard and Drew crossing the line right there. And then we've got Kenneth Mateo now bringing up the rear guard, P11. And that will do it for tonight's action-packed festivities, you guys. I'm sure everybody's going to be heated doing reports and everything, so I'm not even going to bother with interviews after tonight's race. It will have the highlight reel uploaded tomorrow on YouTube, so look for that. Reminder again, you guys, we've got our Euro League on Sundays. That's the Pro-Am and Rookies all in one. Massive grid, lots of action there. Definitely check that out. That's Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern time. We've got our West Coast race on Tuesdays. That one's not broadcasted, just advertising this one and saying come join. It's a split. I do believe we're doing a new split. Hopefully my computer works so I can actually do it. But I can't remember where the cars are. I think it's Porsche Cup and GT4 maybe, I believe it is. So definitely take a look at that. And obviously Rookies on Wednesday and we're back on Thursday. So until next time, you guys, I'm Nate Stark from Pitch Driver, and I'll catch you guys later.